425 and 429.
Okay. Hello, this is Angelo Batio, and I am live on Facebook. Now we're waiting for people to come on. I got on a little bit earlier. Hey Alexis, how are you? Okay, we have people online now. Yes, everybody's coming on. Hey Jenny, how are you? Let's see. Prince, yeah. Okay, now I'm going to get up close so you can see Prince Accord. Yeah, I like that name. That's pretty cool. Okay, yeah, we're getting people. Hey Renee, how are you? So the shout outs, Olaf, how are you? Saludos. Naomi, how are you? Fernanda, Roxanne, how's that one? Okay, Alejandro, hey man, how you doing? Okay, we've got some people on here. So let's see. Hey Michael, how are you? A few more people. Hey Denny, I know you. So Cynthia, how are you? And hey Nick, my buddy Nick, he plays a mean double guitar too. Okay, so yeah, we've got the stack of Sawtooth amps. Anyway, I'm here at Sawtooth headquarters. We're located, it's actually Newberry Park, but people might know Thousand Oaks better. It's very close to Calabasas. Oh, Calabasas, don't you know who we are in Calabasas? So that's where the Kardashians live. So, but it's really a beautiful area here. GoDPSMusic, it's a huge facility. There's ChromaCast, Sawtooth, and GoDPSMusic, the retail side. It's just amazing here. Anyway, I want to talk about a couple things. I want to also say right now, in 30 minutes, we are going to be switching to me playing a live, not a live solo concert, but we filmed it, and everything was done live in the studio here, and I'm going to be debuting my brand new signature Sawtooth 7-string guitar, and also play some acoustic songs and the ukulele. So stay tuned. That's why we called it 50-50. The first half is Mikey talking, and maybe I'm going to talk too. Okay, so we're going to have me and Joey talk, and then the second half you're going to see me play a solo concert, and it's there's some really cool tunes that I haven't played live for you before. So, and I'm going to be debuting the new 7-string. The Sawtooth facility here is great. Right here is Vinny Appice's kit. And a few days ago, we did a concert here that we're going to be streaming, sometime in the next month or two. But it was Vinny Appice on drums, yours truly on guitar, Rudy Sarzo on bass, and then we had Melody, the female singer from the band Lilac. She's only 18 or 19 years old, and they're a great young band, and they are also signed to the Sawtooth family here. Now, I want to talk a little bit about this 7-string. We just got it in yesterday. You are seeing a prototype. And so this is the first time we've seen the guitar. Let's just start at the headstock. Grover tuning keys, pretty bad. The body is all mahogany and it's matted. It's not lacquered, it's matted, and it's so cool looking. We also beveled the edge on the inside. So it's 24 fret access. This is solid mahogany, the body, the neck, and it's a neck through. It is not bolt on, and it's an ebony fingerboard. Now here's the really cool part. Now I've got the amp set up a little farther away. I love 7 strings. If you can play. But with the 7-string, it sounds like death. Now, I love this guitar. This is what's really cool. It's that shorter scale length. So if you are a real traditionalist, and you want, because a lot of times the 7 strings, it's a little wider. It has to accommodate a 7th string. But then you get these long frets. And for people that just aren't familiar and have, just don't want to take the leap of faith and get a 7-string, they don't do it because it's hard to play. actually 7s are not that hard to play because you're just going from that E, 7th string is a B string, and it's fourths. It's tuned in 2 plus 2 is metal 4, metal fourths. And so the guitar outside of the G and B string is all tuned in fourths. So that 7th string just moves down in a logical way, which makes it really easy for somebody to grasp the concept of 7 strings. But this is why this 7th string is so unique. See the back? See this thing right there? That is a mini USB. No more batteries. These are not, I've tried a lot of pickups in my time. I never really was Mr. Active. I like more passive pickups. We are using Fishman pickups. This is a brand new concept. You have a push-pull tone control here. You have active and passive on one guitar. And these are the best sounding pickups because a lot of times other pickup companies, especially with when you have active electronics, you always sound like the pickup. You don't really get your own sound. You know, it's like if I want to get the Mikey sound out, I can get it. And then if I want passive or active, this sounds a little bit. See? And so what you can get is your sound. And the thing that I really love about this is I have nothing against companies that want to lop off the headstock and put your tuners there. Hey, man, if you want to do it, if you want to take wood away from the guitar, take it away. I don't want to take wood away from the guitar. I like wood. And this does add to the tone. You take something away, something gets taken away. I mean, it's hello. And so what we did is we made this a very traditional shape. We routed out the cutaway so it's super easy access. You have the cutaway here. Getting to the 24th fret is nothing. And then having this neck through this just solid chunk of wood, you get this killer sound on the guitar. Now that's the neck pickup, watch. Now, screams. And with the scale length the way it is, it feels so comfortable because see, that's another thing too, when you're dealing with a longer scale length, you're dealing with 7 strings. A lot of 7-string guitars feel stiff as board. Yes. And see, Joey's the one who has to deal with it. Yes, and I don't like it. See, he doesn't like it. And so with this, that's one of the things that I was really adamant about. This is the prototype. Now, the actual production model is going to be coming in. It's actually going to be a little more red than this, too. And, you know, this, like I said, this is the prototype. But, I mean, Grover tuning keys. This is a really killer 7-string Floyd Rose, real Floyd Rose, and with Fishman pickups, and you never need a battery. You never need a battery. You can plug it into your computer, plug it into the wall. It's a mini USB, and when you charge this baby up, it goes for hundreds of hours. It takes maybe 2 or 3 hours to do a charge, and you're good to go for a long time. But I absolutely love this guitar. And a lot of my new record has got 7-string on it. So I'm going to be able to do some killer playthroughs. We were just waiting for this model to come in. But I'll show it to you up close again. Got the 7-string Grovers. I love these red big inlays. This is a matted finish. Look at these pickups. These are mean. Look at that Floyd Rose killer black, the color of metal. But here's the thing, all mahogany, ebony fingerboard. this beveled edge right here, and access to 24 frets. And because of the scale length, there's an ease of playing that you just don't get with other guitars. But this is one of the things that I wanted too. There's a lot of people that play traditional shaped guitars. They don't want to see the headless wonder. They don't want to see a guitar that looks like it could be like a sailboat. Crazy. I like a lot of things, but I don't particularly care for headless guitars. Grover Jackson was my friend, the Grover Jackson. And he said, tone is not just in the body, it's in the neck, it's in the wood. And I can't help but think, if you take off this much wood, and that you're going to get a little different sound. Now, granted, if you plug it into your computer and you want a computerized sound, that's one thing. I'm playing through a tube amp. Metal, real metal. And but I love this guitar. Now, let me go over some of the specs. They have a guy named Robbie here that is just a genius when it comes to knowing about guitars, and he's very meticulous and fastidious about what he looks for. But I mean, what we have here with the two Fishmans, and this is so new, we literally just got it in. Hey, Sean, how are you? I see you up there. We literally just got this in yesterday. So, and I'm not as familiar with Fishmans as I was other companies. We tried this. We tried something new, and man, does it work. And so, anyway, like I said, it's Grover tuning keys. So obviously Grover's a big name. And, we wanted to start with a familiar shape of a mahogany body. And this is for people that like to play traditional shapes. Not everybody wants to play, the 8-star pointy wonder. And so, and I think, and even me, when I grew up, almost, my, up until adulthood, I always, and even through, I've always played, more traditional shapes. And so we used a more traditional shape, and this is for somebody that maybe plays 7 strings, that has a bunch of wild shapes, that wants to go up on stage and rock like a real rocker. And it just looks fantastic. And somebody that only has played 6 strings, that's a very traditionalist, it is not a big leap of faith to play this guitar. It feels great. And the neck is not super fat. It's a good thin size. And you don't want it the thinnest in the world because, again, it's going to ruin your tone. So you have this thick Guns N' Roses type sound and 7 strings. 2, 4, 6, 8, -1. That's divisible by metal. You have 7 strings of death. So here we go. Grover tuners. Here's about this Fishman. They're called the Fluence Modern Humbucker System. And it's got, in the bridge position, this is a ceramic magnet. And so in the neck position, it's an Alnico. I used to call them Alnicos, Alnicos, however you want to call it. I don't care, that's what's in there. And so, and then you have this on and off, this pull switch right here. And that will determine whether it's in passive mode or active mode. And really the tonal difference, it's really about you because it can get your sound. And versus only an active system or only a passive system where you're stuck with what you've got. And especially most active systems, it's very difficult to get your own sound because they sound good, but they always sound like they sound. That's it. It's not you, it's you sound like them. Okay. And now also too, even the output jack is a high-end switchcraft jack. I mean, everything about this guitar just kills. Okay, system is powered, body and neck construction. Okay, we've gone over, and then this is another thing, and Robbie put this in because he's great at this, but it's got a two-way adjustable truss rod too. So, and of course the logo there, the Sawtooth logo, but the two-way adjustable truss rod, I have people do my guitars for me. I don't know what that is, but I think it's really good. It is really good. Okay, so I'm going to just play a little bit on this. I'm going to move the microphone down. Again, we are our Sawtooth headquarters in Newbury Park, California. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to play on the bridge position. Next. they do. But see, when you do that low, this, you don't sound like Zakk Wylde because he uses a brand that, he makes it sound like him. He's the only one because his arms are so powerful. The guitar just cowers in his presence. But pretty much everybody else sounds like everybody else, but not on these because you can make it sound like you. Now, I want to take a couple questions here. Let's see. Yeah, we've got Richie here, but yeah, the sound is just so cool. And let me bring it up close again for you to see. I'm so proud of this guitar because, we worked hard. We worked hard to do a few things. One, to make it different because it's, again, I've said it a million times, it's easy to spend $10,000 on a guitar and get something amazing. You just find a good luthier that'll give him 10 grand and tell him to build you something cool. It's another thing to use the best parts. And if you know anything about my signature series now, we're using super high quality parts at a really good price. And so, Grover tuning keys, and we're trying things that are different. I prefer to play more traditional models. That's where my head is at with my double guitar. I like it better, and so do a lot of people. I work with one of my coworkers is named Austin. He's 25. He did the Shred collab. I'll talk a little bit about that. He mastered the song that I wrote and recorded and mixed, and then he did put all the video. But he doesn't want to play. Let's make it look like the universe. I have 20 stars in the guitar. Let's make it all pointy and stuff. He doesn't want that. And so this is it's more traditional, but it's modern. It's completely state-of-the-art modern. Just the fact that you never need a battery, a mini USB. You know how much money you're going to save? But not only that, you don't have to open up the back cavity, here, and it's just a pain in the butt to do that. And just, with these great Floyd Rose systems, and the idea that you can play something, whether you've been playing a long time, and you play traditional guitars, but you never really like 7 strings. 7 strings are here to stay. That's just the way it is. It is not a leap of faith to go like this. It just goes right down. It's very comfortable. The only thing people have to get used to is that extra string means that the width of the neck has to be a little bigger. It just makes sense to accommodate that extra string and the spacing in between. So once you get past this, this is probably the easiest 7-string guitar to play there is. And it's just so cool. It doesn't look like other ones. It doesn't respond like other ones. This has the best quality parts. And we're keeping it at a really great price point, which I'm not going to divulge that at this time. You can go to the Sawtooth website, so it's sawtoothworld.com. But it's really expressive. It's just got a great... And if you want to do, traditional... You can, but you can also go... Broccoli. So you get this active, passive sound. You can get your sound. And that's the thing. Yes, thank you. It is a cool guitar. Hey, Steve, how are you? Steve's daughter just recently got married. He's a great friend of mine. And Hell Creek Music and More. I have to give a plug for your store, Steve. It's one of the most amazing music stores on planet Earth. It's in the Badlands of Montana. My new song on my new album called The Badlands is inspired by going to that store and just seeing, the Badlands in person. Okay, will this eventually be released in multiple colors? Yeah, I mean, the first one, we have red and black so far. And I like the color of red. I like the color of black. Even though it's not a color, I call it a color because we think of it as a color. But the idea is this. There's 2 colors right now. We can always do more. But this is one bad boy guitar. It's just rules. It rocks. Okay, will there be a gloss finish? That's something we don't know. I'm kind of into this matted finish because when you back it up, you're going to see, I'm going to play a song with this guitar coming up in the next half hour. So you're going to see how cool it looks when you stand back. And again, this is the prototype. The only difference on the production model, which will be coming in this year, and this year is pretty far gone, is that it's going to be a little redder. Okay, great playing as always. How much are those guitars? Somebody said versus another 7-string. Well, when you match it price to price, you have a better one here. Okay, question. Will it come in a 6-string? No, but we have 6-string. A 7-string can't come in a 6-string. I'm kidding. But we have 6-string models that look similar to this. They're a little different. And so, we will be introducing those later as well. Okay, let's see. Saw you at Pro Shop in Burlington, Iowa. Maze, cool. I like Iowa. One of the best places to play. I love everywhere to play. Okay, let's see. Anybody else? Okay, I want to just play a little more here, and then if you have any other questions, I can answer them. Okay, it's all right. We only have a few minutes here, and then I'm going to be doing a live concert. Okay. Since I'm going to be playing for the entire next half hour, I want to talk about a few of the things we have going on. Sawtooth Guitars, amps, this is an amazing facility. I'm in this big room, it's just for video soundstage. They have gigantic warehouses. I mean, it is one heck of a great company run by fantastic people. Now, we also, like I told you, we did a concert with Vinny Appice, Rudy Sarzo, and Melody, the female lead singer from Liliac, and we did the hits, man. We did my song Call to Arms, but we're talking, between Rudy Sarzo playing in Whitesnake, Ozzy, and Quiet Riot, and Vinny Appice playing in Black Sabbath and Dio, and Black Sabbath with Ronnie James Dio, we had a few songs to choose from, and we did them. We're talking Holy Diver, we're talking Rainbow in the Dark, Heaven and Hell. This is going to be amazing. We did it here, and all of us are endorsed by Sawtooth drums, Sawtooth bass guitars, and then we're going to do something else. 2 of the owners of Sawtooth are really great musicians, and we've got Joe on drums. He's a world-class drummer, and Kevin, who you can hear it in his voice, even when he speaks. It's like, dude, you sound like you're on the radio, man. He's got a great voice, and it's really passionate. And I mean, these are real players, real singers. So we have the Sawtooth Band, and we're going to be doing a lot of shows, or a lot of songs in a show that's going to be released later as well. So I've got a lot to do out here. And also, we're going to be debuting a new app. So you're going to be getting so much content coming through the app and the products, and it's just such a great company, and I'm really happy to be a part of it. But I'm going to just say this price point, I have a really good idea of what it is, but I don't want to say exactly to send somebody to say wrong information. But you have a guitar with the best quality components. Absolutely. It's a cool shape. It's got a neck. The scale length is something that's not usually done on 7 strings. I wanted to try this, and this is the prototype. Like I said, we did everything possible to make it look really traditional and cool, but make the components state-of-the-art, 21st century awesome. So anyway, very soon the concert's going to be coming up. Let's see who else we have here. Okay, yeah, I see Bob. Okay, it's great. Let's see, Tanya, who else? Skylar. There's just a lot of good people online, and people that I've met in concert. It's funny when you meet people in person and you know them on social media. It's kind of like, oh, I know that person. Yeah, it's cool. Like Denny and just Nick. Well, Nick I've known for a long time, but I can't say enough about this guitar, and you're going to hear it up close and personal coming up very soon. So, how are we doing on this? Okay, oh, it's 425, okay. All right, I want to play a little bit more for you. Just so mean. Just sounds so smooth. It's really smooth. And like I said, mahogany body, neck through, not bolt on. And you know, if you want to put it toe to toe with any guitar and any brand on the market, you're not going to get a better guitar for the price. And I look for certain things, obviously playability, but this is ease of playing. And with these Fishman pickups, it just, you get the best of both. You know, because I always wondered, how come you can't put like a passive with an active? And I always was told in the past, oh, you can't do that, man. I'm like, well, why? And then, oh yeah, no dampener on this. Yeah, it's so new, we haven't put one on. We just got this, somebody asked if there's a string dampener on it. No, I mean, we got it in yesterday. And so, and I was able to just, you know, have, Robbie set it up, the head guy here, that really, he's the guru when it comes to knowing about guitars. And his word is the law. And when it comes to what he knows about instruments. But we just played it, tuned it up, you know, came with the stock strings, and just really fantastic instrument. You know, I love it. And I just, like I said, you know, you can play like old school metal and, you know, green Manalishi. Well, when you lower it, now I can compose my death metal symphony called Broccoli, my vegan death metal. So, just kidding. But the idea is simple. This is a great guitar, and it's got all the cool features. I mean, even the Switchcraft jacks, those are top of the line. So you're not going to plug it in and unplug and go, well, it sucks, man. It's like falling apart already. So, I mean, this thing is bad. And then in a few minutes, you are going to be seeing me playing 3 electric songs, 2 acoustic songs. Okay, 3. That's 2 and 2 is metal, 4. Then 2 acoustic songs, and then 1 ukulele song. So you are going to be seeing this very, very soon. Yeah, the chug. Now, also too, just kind of, see, now I have this set for distortion. Listen. See that difference? See the tonal variations you get? You're not limited to being, I am active 7-string man. Divisible by metal, 7. That's 8 minus 1. See, we never add, we take away. So it is almost ready for the concert. So here we go. I just like to say this. I'm Angelo Batio at Sawtooth headquarters in Southern California. Watch the next part. I'm going to be tearing it up. 3 different electric songs, 3 different guitars, including the new 7-string, 2 acoustic pieces, 1 ukulele. Okay, wait. Yeah, just checking. They're still blue. All right. Okay, I would like to have a 6-string. Yeah, they make 6 strings. You know, we're going to have 6 strings that look similar to this. We're waiting for the whole new shipment of the MAB series is coming in within the next week, so I'll be able to show you those guitars very soon. Okay, so how are we doing with the Listen Fusion? On to Listen Fusion Jazz, man. You can hear my song 5 Forever on my Intermezzo record. Am I ever coming to India? I've been there 5 times. Where were you? Let's see. The hardtail version in the future, maybe. You know, I mean, I like hardtail versions, and when people say that, they mean non-locking trems. So, are we online with the show?
Not yet.
Okay. So, and then, hey, Denny, let's see, Tyler, new metal riff. See, I don't know, man. New metal didn't have solos. You know, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, you know, I mean, Godsmack and all that. I like those bands. Don't get me wrong. I think they wrote really good songs. There's no leads. Why? You know, I mean, it's a good question. Why? I'm alive. I don't know. Come back to Tampa. That's one city I might not be coming back to for a while. Let's see. Let's see. What do I think of the sleep? Well, I think sleeping's a good thing. You know, you need about 8 hours a night. Okay, let's see. I can lead sweeps on the 7. Yes. Okay. What are the notes to the extra string? Well, it's a low B. So, you know, you have basically B, C, not D, E, F, G, A. So when you're in the key of E, like, you can do this. See? 6th string. Now, somebody asked, what is the tuning? I have 2 different tunings of 7 strings. I like to tune down a half step, but I also use concert pitch. So basically, let's just say this is tuned down a half step. So the first 6 strings are just normal tuning, you know, E, B, G, D, A, and E. The 7th string is a B, but then sometimes I drop tune that 7th string to A. And the reason I do that is, okay. Anyway, we are going to be playing the concert now, so stay tuned, everybody. You're going to see a lot of playing here. I'm going to do 6 different pieces for you. 3 on electric, 2 on acoustic, 1 on ukulele. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to finish this.